Hi folks, I'm smoking my giant ROP pipe, which is definitely one of my favourites, if not the favourite pipe that I smoke. In it I've got some Ennerdale flake, which I have started to enjoy now it's settled down a bit. And this is a VR to Lauren Smoke's mega $1,000 giveaway. We're asked to do a VR on our guiding life philosophy. And for me, I've entitled it The Guiding Life Philosophy of a Godless Man. At one time I followed the Christian religion and way of life, so much so that I became an ordained minister in the Christian church and was very involved in various aspects of ministry, including deliverance ministry. Because of the way I was treated in the church by the church leaders and various other individuals, I had a massive breakdown. And that resulted in me in retiring early because of this illness that I just wasn't capable of working. And that seemed to be it. I still went to church when I was able. I still sort of thought of God and the Christian religion. But I've always been on the edge of that religion in many ways. I was considered fairly unusual as a Christian minister. Considered very spiritual. I became spirituality advisor for one diocese, but gradually became very disillusioned by the church, especially by its bishops, who, it seems to me, lie. They have a rule that once a decision's made, all bishops must agree with it, whether they believe in it or not, and if questioned, they must follow the party line, which to me is lying. I joined the YTPC, and that transformed my life. It gave me courage to believe in myself, to follow my own true belief and understanding. And that made me say that I no longer believed in God. I still have a very deep spirituality, but it's very much based on the earth and the universe. And I believe that the divine is in all things and all people. My Christian friends say, what stops you from doing wrong if you don't believe in punishment and a hell? They can't understand that somebody can do what's right just because it's right. My philosophy in life really would be very much like the witch's reed that says, do none ill, and do what thou wouldst. In other words, do what you want, but make sure that you don't hurt anybody, that you do no ill to anybody. So as far as I can, I try to support all people, try to understand, however bad I am, however much I fail in that. I try and encourage people to encourage them where they are. I'm not interested in what they believe or what they don't believe. I'm interested in them as a human being, and therefore as someone who's deeply connected to me. So I will accept people of all faiths, although I do not trust organised religions. I think that they mislead. I think that they lead people into bondage. So what is my philosophy? Do I believe in God or not? Well, I don't think I do believe in an individual God. As I said, I believe that there's a divine in all of us and in all things. Therefore, we have a responsibility of stewardship to the earth, because it shares in the very things that we share. This divinity isn't God, it's more like, if you like, gods. But I don't necessarily think of gods as such. I just think that everything shares something of the magic and the wisdom that's found in all life. And I try and live my life respecting all life, respecting all things. I'm not perfect in that belief. I still make mistakes. I still get it wrong. But whenever I get it wrong, I try to admit that I've got it wrong, that I've made an inappropriate response. And I have done by admitting that in some of the things that I've posted about. My attitude when I see people who have failed in life in some way, maybe got themselves into trouble with the police, maybe committed murder, it's there but for the grace of God, if you like, go I. In other words, I believe myself as having been quite capable of making the same mistakes they've made. I hope that I've grown wise enough to avoid those mistakes. But I'm aware that very much we all share the same faults and failings. we all share the same fears, the same lack of love for ourselves. And the problem with that is that if we can't love ourselves, how do we expect to love other people who we don't know? So I've learned, as far as possible, to love and to forgive myself. And a lot of that's come through the confidence that the YTPC has given me to be myself. I love smoking. I love smoking this pipe in particular because this little beauty can take 2 to 3 hours to smoke with some good tobaccos in it. And just slowly smoking it, I think, and I meditate, and I consider, and I believe that in doing so, I begin to understand more about life, about the universe, and about myself. So in one sense, that's my philosophy of life. To understand more, to accept, as far as possible, all people, however difficult they are. That doesn't mean that I like all people, but I try to love them. I might not like what they do. I particularly have trouble with authority and authority figures like politicians, like leaders in church and state, because I believe they above all, and people in the law, should be honourable. The main thing that I believe in is personal integrity. You must have integrity in life, and you must live by and not fail your integrity, those things that you know and believe to be right. Excuse me a minute. There's only so many things we can do in this world. We can't overcome all poverty. We can't overcome all destructions of nature and of the environment. We can't overcome all our faults. We can't be perfect. Nothing in the universe is perfect, but everything is glorious. Everything has a beauty. Everything. And so I try to make that my guiding principle. I don't fear death. I don't fear hell. I'm not particularly looking forward to the act of dying. Whenever I hear of somebody being tortured for the truth, as they used to in the Middle Ages, the burning period, I sort of think, what a silly thing. You know, if somebody tortures me, I'm going to admit whatever they want. I don't stand. Well, I have quite a good pain threshold, I think. But to stop the kind of pain that they produced, I would admit to anything. and yet I know that there are limits to how far I would go. I believe my integrity is more important than my life. That my life should reflect what I believe in and my integrity. I've gone on far too long, so I'm going to just say a bit more about Law and Smoke and this mega giveaway. First of all, I want to thank you for your site, for the things that you post, for the things that you've made me think about. I might not always agree with everything, but your site and your videos I find attractive, well presented, and you're, like many others in this community, a good man. And those things that we share in this community are important. The brotherhood of the briar, the sisterhood of the briar and of the leaf. So I wish you well in your next great milestone of followers. And thank you for this $1,000 giveaway, as you call it. And I want to thank those who have made that giveaway possible. Briar Report, especially, I think is a good thing and has a lot to say to this community and for this community. And I want to thank them for making this giveaway possible as well. Now may you live your life every day in such a way that each and every day becomes a blessing to you. May your family be blessed, and may you be blessed. We're not called to be perfect. We're called to be human and to live as far as we possibly can in relationship with each other and with the world, with the environment, with the animal kingdom and the universe. In fact, we're animals ourselves, so we should treat them with the same respect that we would wish for ourselves. Now I'm going to say, enough's enough, and see you in the next video.